Hello friends, welcome to Storytime with Teacher Julian. I'm glad you're here. I do believe it is time for us to read a book. How do I know? Well, I was looking at my schedule earlier, and I know that if it was circle time, we'd be pointing right here, or time to brush our teeth, we'd be pointing here, playing, cleanup time, but now I see the arrows pointing towards the book. That must mean it is story time. This is how my schedule is set up. I would hope that you have your schedule set up that works the best for you and your family. Okay, today's book, it's called Jalapeno Bagels. Now, does anybody know what a jalapeno is? Or what about a bagel? Huh? If you do, keep your hand down. We'll explain it a little bit later. Well, this book, Jalapeno Bagels, I see a bunch of stuff here on the shelves, and I see a little boy with a little sign. Jalapeno Bagels was written by Natasha Wing and illustrated by Robert Castilla. Illustrated means that he drew all the pictures. Jalapeno Bagels. Jalapeno Bagels. Well, I see two round things, and what are these right here? Does anybody know? I see a yellow, green, and red. Those are the jalapeno peppers. And these are bagels. They look kind of like donuts, but they are bagels. They're made out of like a bread dough. What should I bring to school on Monday for International Day? I asked my mother. My teacher told us to bring something from our culture. You can bring a treat from the panaderia, she suggests. Panaderia is what Mama calls our bakery. Help us bake on Sunday, then you can pick out whatever you want. It's a deal, I tell her. I like helping at the bakery. It's warm there, and everything smells so good. There's their bakery right there. International Day. International means it's people from all around the world. You could have people from America, from Mexico, from China, from Russia, Guatemala, England, Iceland, all over the world. International means from everywhere. Early Sunday morning, when it is still dark, my mother wakes me up. Pablo, it's time to go to work, she says. We walk down the street to our bakery. My father turns on the lights. My mother turns on the ovens. She gets out the pans and the ingredients for pan dulce. Pan dulce is Mexican sweet bread. I help my mother mix and knead the dough. She shapes rolls and loaves of bread and slides them into the oven. People tell her she makes the best pan dulce in town. Maybe I'll bring pan dulce to school, I tell her. Look at all those pans up on hanging from the ceiling. And they're kneading the dough. Next, we will make empanadas de calabaza, pumpkin turnovers. I'm in charge of spooning the pumpkin filling. Mama folds the dough in half and presses the edge with a fork. She bakes them until they are flaky and golden brown. Some customers come to our bakery just for her turnovers. They look Delicious. And here's Mommy put them into the oven right here. Maybe I'll bring empanadas de calabaza instead. You figure it out, she says. Ready to make chango bars? Chango means monkey man. Mama lets me pour the chocolate chips and nuts. When she's not looking, I pour in more chocolate chips. I could bring chango bars. They're my favorite dessert. Mine too, says Mama. This batch should be especially good. I put in extra chocolate chips. My father calls from the back room. Pablo, come help me with the bagels. Papa speaks English and Yiddish. He learned Yiddish from his family in New York City. I know some words too. Bube means grandmother. He uses my bube's recipe to make the bagels. First, he makes the dough in a big metal bowl. Then he rolls it out into long rope shapes. He cuts off pieces and shows me how to connect the ends into a circle. We put the circles on trays where they sit and rise. You see him making a circle? That's the bagel. It kind of looks like when we're playing with Play-Doh. We can roll a long, silly snake, and then we can connect it together to make a circle. And that would be the bagel. Maybe when we're done, you could try that with your Play-Doh. While we are waiting, my father makes the challah, Jewish braided bread. He lets me practice braiding challah dough at my own counter. It's a lot like braiding hair. The customers say it is almost too beautiful to eat. Maybe I'll bring a loaf of challah to school, I tell Papa. He smiles. When the bagel dough has risen, he boils the bagels in a huge pot of water and fishes them out with a long-slotted spoon. I sprinkle on poppy seeds and sesame seeds, and then they go into the oven. Maybe I could bring sesame seed bagels with cream cheese. No lox? Lox is smoked salmon. My father's favorite bagel is a pumpernickel with a smear of cream cheese and lox. I crinkle my nose. Lox tastes like fish. Jam is better. Look at his face. He likes them sweet. My mother joins us and helps my father make another batch of bagels, jalapeno bagels. My parents use their own special recipe. While Papa kneads the dough, Mama chops the jalapeno chilies. She tosses them into the dough and adds dried red peppers. We roll, cut, make circles, and let them rise. I can't wait until they're done because I am getting hungry. Here's the bagels. Here's the jalapenos, all chopped up. She's diced them, which means small little pieces. You can see they're flaky on there. Little speckles. Have you decided what you're going to bring to school? Asks Mama. It's hard to choose. Everything is so good, I tell her. I look at Papa, except for the lox. You should decide before we open, warns Mama, or else customers will buy everything up. I walk past all the sweet breads, chango bars, and bagels. I think about my mother and father and all the different things that they make in the bakery. I see the chango bars right here. Do you remember what these are called? Right, empanadas. Some kind of something right here, like a bagel, maybe? Daddy putting all the different bagels over there in the challah. I bet you it smells delicious in there. And suddenly, I know exactly what I'm going to bring. Jalapeno bagels. I tell my parents, and I spread them with cream cheese and jam. Why jalapeno bagels? Asked Papa. Because they're a mixture of both of you, just like me. The end. In the back it has the different recipes for, this is for chango bars, and a recipe for jalapeno bagels. Perhaps you could talk to your family. Maybe you could make those different things. And these are some of the words that they were saying. These are the ones in Spanish. Chango, empanadas de calabaza, jalapeno chilies, panaderia, pan dulce. Those are the Spanish words. And then in Yiddish, it's bagel, bube, challah, and lox. Those are all Yiddish words. And there he is, Pablo at International Day. And look, all of his friends, they are ready for those jalapeno bagels. A little spicy with the cream cheese and jam. The jam will be sweet. Delicious. And that's the end. And there they are right there. Jalapeno bagels. I look at my schedule and I don't see any jalapeno bagels on there, but I do see what's next. Food. So maybe Teacher Julian will go out and get himself a jalapeno bagel somewhere. So our friend Pablo likes to make food with his mom and dad. What about you? Is there anything special that you like making with your family? Well, that was our book, Jalapeno Bagels. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.